It's probably about a
7.5, I guess. 7.
Yeah, it's probably about a 7.
Yeah, I couldn't deviate much from that.
It would be
Probably
higher if I
7-ish.
actually cared about the new heroes at all, but
I think the new heroes were crowded out a little bit because of there being an Ascended and, well, Letizia is not a mythic, but she's still like an OC.
Literally
C
two
representative.
not necessarily the most canon, but rather alts or Feh stuff. Yeah.
Anyways, the cinematic kind of hints us the future of the story. At this point, listen. I'm just gonna say it out loud and very clearly, so we can move past that really quickly. But I'm an Alfonse hater, so all these cinematics are really like irking me to the greatest degree. First of all, Anna, Florina, do they even exist anymore? I don't know. These stupid trailers and cinematics don't even show them anymore. They're dead, okay? They're not really alive anymore. They left a long time ago. Nobody can stand this. It's all about Alfonse. And then the one thing that always gets to me is that if you're gonna make Alfonse look this cool, at least make him like good in the game. He's not good. He's not even close to good.
God.
He's the worst red unit in the game.
Yes.
Not I would like
Well-
to say. Well.
No, because you can actually merge him.
Okay, yeah, if we're talking because of black emerges, then yes.
Right, because with refines and whatnot, and his refine being one of the earliest,
It's
not
something unfortunate.
Yeah, is it not the earliest? It's just brazen. Who cares?
It's brazen on TA, which at least that's better than Anna and Shireen. Well, Shireena's is actually.
Shireena's is actually, I would argue, is better.
It's just that Shireena's not as good. But
You think Shireena's not as good?
unit-wise, her attack is pretty bad. But Alfonse definitely, all three of them rather, just got screwed over by how early the refines were and just how bad refines used to be. Like, thinking about it now, if they got the refines even just a few months ago, they'd be pretty usable, even now.
Right. So when they do these cool cinematics as a player of this game, I always get taken out of it. Because I don't believe for a moment. Like, in this giant battlefield of literal gods, I think Alfonse is screwed.
I think he literally would just be dead before it, like, from any of these units. He'd die to the green ones at this point.
Right.
That's
Like,
Alfonse in a
him taking the
nutshell.
shot for Ashe is really cool and all, but I'll be honest, Ashe is probably way better at taking the shot than he would be.
Yep.
Anyways,
Right,
at the very least, we gotta see our two gods.
which is awesome.
Awesome to a certain degree, because the design, maybe it was all on me, chat, but going into this, did you guys think the designs would have been better than this?
no,
Or
I think
just
they're
like
better.
this?
Embla's
They're better
is-
than I
I think
expected.
Embla's is.
honestly.
Yeah, I think that
I
they're
think,
better
I think
than
Askr
expected.
looks quite nice.
Like, I thought they'd go more
kinda like Embla's,
stereotypical.
but it's not.
Well, this is
I don't
something
know,
that
I
I
like
think a lot of
some
people
extent.
expected.
I think Embla looks fine, but I had higher hopes than that. It feels okay. It feels okay. But Askar's the one that really gets to me, because I thought he was an old man.
No, he was never. There was no
Never
indication
explicitly
of it.
illustrated that.
I know, but he looks a lot more generic than I thought he was going to be. I thought he was going to stand out.
He looks a lot like Ashe. I think he stands out to some extent.
With the giant cowbell and everything, he barely looks older than Ashe. Just so you know.
Oh yeah, isn't the sort of thing for certain gods that they're like supposed to look sort of young and
No,
saintly
the way
almost?
they were describing Askr as this great wise ruler and stuff, that wasn't what I was getting.
I guess.
I guess
All right.
Heaven would have been
might
very
be
happy
why it
if
was
he was
described that way.
Evan would
All
have
right.
been delighted to have another old man.
More importantly, I
And
guess
you
this is
like
hinting.
Askr.
Huh?
You like him despite him being young? That's strange.
Okay. Anyways, more importantly, I think we're getting a future Veronica now. That's basically confirmed. This is the Veronica that we're gonna be fighting, because this is hinting at a future story point. And if we're gonna be fighting this Veronica, she's most likely to be released.
Yeah, we're most likely getting an Ascended Veronica, let's be honest. Which is a good way of them not having to worry about releasing base Veronica again.
Yeah, they can just dodge that completely.
I'm so sorry, guys. I can't. I don't believe for a moment he can beat Veronica.
If she has no damage reduction and she's super glassy, all he has to do is just punch her.
But she would have so much BST nowadays, she can take at least one shot, and I highly doubt she has literally no speed for Alfonse double.
4116 bulk is something that can happen still.
She looks like Sakura from Cardcaptor Sakura. Oh boy, maybe not that far. Alright, this cinematic at least was cool. It was just getting the reveal right now feels a bit too early. Like Embla, Askr, I mean, we're looking ahead at this point, but Embla and Askr,
Embla.
I just,
Embla was literally alluded to being revealed this chapter.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
I know. I don't, well, I guess. I can't tell whether it's better to release this early or not. That's what's gonna go on. Alright, more importantly, 3 orbs. I think for a lot of people, this is what they're gonna remember out of this one. Which is really stupid. But it's also Ice's fault. 3 orbs. Why? There's no need for it.
Better than 0, I guess. It looks bad, though. It looks worse than if they just left off the orb count.
Right, because if you look at it, right, 6 stamina potions. Why does 6 make sense? We're at the midway point. Why does 12 make sense? Why does 12 make sense? 36,000 is a multiple of 12. Like, at least hit double digits is what I was gonna say. At least be 6 or something. I don't know how they came up with the number 3. It's like, this is all we can afford. I don't know. 3 orbs for 3 hopes.
Clearly. It was
that's a great
strategic geniuses
reference.
all along.
No, but I'm seriously, chat. If they just put this at 20 orbs, I know it's gonna cost them a bit of money, but it's not a lot of money, and
Wouldn't go in
wouldn't.
quest though.
Huh?
20 orbs would not go in quest though. It's not where
Sure.
they would
It
go.
would go as, like, what, a gift or a login bonus or something, I guess.
Huh? Well, considering everything, celebratory login bonus, no orbs involved. Celebratory quests, only 3 orbs involved. I don't know how you look at this, but we're only getting 3 orbs from this.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter where it goes, as long as it's more than 3. Oh well. I don't know, I just find it really weird that they picked 3 orbs. I really wish it was more, and a lot of people would have moved past a lot of them. If they gave more than 3 orbs, I probably would have bumped it over 6 out of 10 for this entire thing, that's for sure. Alright, Fire Emblem 3 Hopes. How many of you guys are buying this game? Haven't
Yeah, I
pre-ordered.
probably will. Not pre-ordered, but I'm probably gonna
I
get it.
haven't pre-ordered it yet, but
I'm not gonna get it.
Wait, do you even have a Switch?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, that's a surprise. Alright.
yeah,
How do I play
haven't had
Pokemon
money.
then?
On all the other devices.
Yeah. Evan's a filthy
Alright.
emulator. He emulates everything.
Exactly. So really quickly, here's my suggestion. If you're interested in this game, I would wait. Honestly, for those who didn't remember, Fire Emblem Warriors price plummeted. Plummeted. I still, like, Legion and I talked about this like a couple times in the past month. But basically, we both bought Fire Emblem Warriors, like the limited edition version, like months after release because nobody bought it. Now, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be that bad, but it's not a Nintendo game, right? Like, I know it says Nintendo Switch on everything, but it's not a Nintendo game in the respect that it doesn't hold value like a Nintendo game. Its price has actually come down a lot after the first couple months. So unless you really want to play it on launch, which good for you, you should. But if you're on the fence, waiting's not a bad thing. These games always drop in price really quickly.
Yeah.
Also, I was hoping they were announce a tie-in. That's what I was really hoping for when I saw this.
I was thinking that was going to be the case, but it seems like the furthest they're willing to go right now is the sort of Hero Rises thing.
But I don't think they're gonna do it then.
We're not probably gonna get a banner, and if we do, it won't be for a while.
Yeah, because I always question why didn't Fire Emblem Warriors get its own banner? Not that the main characters in Warriors were like interesting characters or whatnot, but still. They
Would've
did
just been 2 characters. 3.
Right. But they did, like, they did try to run events for it. Fire Emblem Warriors release. So yeah, I'm actually starting to question whether we're gonna get the banner or not, or those Fire Emblem 3 Hopes characters in this game.
They could get bunched in as 3 houses characters, but I'm not gonna bet on it.
But yeah, it's a possibility. It's sort of slim, but could happen.
I still hope for Rhea to be playable. I agree.
Yeah, I want base Rhea. I wonder if she'd be a sword or a tome unit.
Huh. Wait, guys, is the audio still bad? I adjusted it like multiple times now. How the heck? I can't tell. Like on my end, obviously I think I sound fine. But I can't tell.
I think you sound fine to me.
Audio says you sound fine to me. Audio seems fine to me, it sounds fine. And I'm so confused. Okay. Thank you guys.
Well, I feel like 3 Hopes has more material to work with than Warriors. Like 3 Hopes looks like it's trying way more than what Warriors is doing.
I agree, it is. Okay. Now, the celebratory summoning events. This is really cool because they made a bunch of custom banners just for this event. They don't usually do that. They just throw in banners they had in the past. So I appreciate it.
Yeah.
That said, though,
really neat.
the majority of these banners suck.
Well, that's what happens when most of the academy units suck. Most
I think
of these
the
are
first
actually
banner-
fine.
Huh?
Most of these are fine for fodder.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna get.
It's not like they have
some of
no
them are gonna
value.
get refined soon too. So it's like, particularly, well, not like Marianne and the Dedu and stuff like that, but like Hilda and Hubert and Edelgard and the lords and stuff.
Yeah, house leaders, create a sword, things like that. They're getting that refined soon, so yeah.
So the 3 best banners here, I think, is pretty indisputable. The first banner with Yuri, Byleth, and Sothis, Winter Sothis.
Yep.
That's probably your best because Yuri's there, but Bob's great fodder, and Winter Sothis is still no slouch. So I think that's probably your overall best. And then it followed by either Constance. Now this is really weird.
Will get her remix on September with Julia.
Okay, that's a long ways away. Happy, Constance, and oh crap, Balthus. I think that's not a bad banner because Happy's still really good and Constance is really good. And then of course Sothis, Byleth, and Gatekeeper. I think that's also a good banner.
Yep, that one's amazing as well.
And I guess Flame. I question how useful Flame is nowadays.
Flame's still useful. Yeah, obviously Elamines better, but late season
Right.
needs Flame.
Right, and then Shamir, and then Manuel.
Manuel
I think
is
that's
still a great merge project.
right. But those are probably your best banners, and yeah, it's really. This a lot of these banners are really iffy. At the very least, we get to free summon all of them, and they have decent value, if nothing else, from fodder. But there's some really bad banners on this. Now
They'll have sparks for some reason.
they all have sparks for some reason.
Just in case.
I hated that when Feh said you get a free focus of your choice, and then she pauses, and then shows if you summon 40 times. Like, ah, come on! I thought we were actually getting a free hero.
I mean, we do, but yeah, they completely baited us.
So yeah, if you guys spark, it's really I can't recommend sparking. I'm sorry, chat. With the next 3 months having so many top tier banners,
And Halloween
Yeah,
will
I wouldn't even do it for the best of these.
yeah. The Catherine Halloween Rhea banner is great too. The
Yeah.
thing is, Sedef completely drags it down. That's the problem I have with it.
Balthus drags down the Ash and Wolves banner.
I agree with that.
The Winter Bernadetta one is the only one I'd say is like actively, if you don't have her, I'd go for her just because she makes things so easy.
Winter Bernadette
Well-
is a fundamental change of a unit.
Winter Bernie cheese in like with like Valentian Pala or setting up. Like there's some really interesting things you can do with her. But I don't know if you really should go for it just for her. Because that banner is imagine if Ferdinand or it's
Dorothea. Yeah, that banner sucks outside of Bernie.
yeah. Dorothea's still good-ish. She has one of the highest attacks for a dagger hero, but like, why does it even
And
matter?
her 3S is Dancer, I guess.
Yeah,
We still need
that would be
his.
helpful.
Like, if I were
Anyways.
smart, I'd be voting for Bernadetta on that Hero Rises thing. I'm not
I
smart,
know.
though,
Alright.
so I'm voting for Manuel and Gatekeeper.
You skipped ahead by a little bit, but that's fine. We're getting to it anyways.
Oh,
Chat.
last Marianne
This
one
is-
with Raphael and Hilda's also good.
Okay. But chat, this is the big thing. Active June 5th. Doesn't that mean it's available right now?
Yep, you can
Yes.
vote already.
You can go
Alright, we're gonna do that in a
into the
moment.
game.
Who should we vote for? Because I'll be honest, I really
There's only one that's
think
gonna win.
if this ends up being a popularity contest, we're gonna get a hero that isn't really impactful. Like basic
It's not
card.
Yuri or Sophie.
Or
It's not gonna
Gatekeeper.
be. There's literally only one option that I think is highly likely, and it's Yuri.
I hope it's
Having-
Yuri.
I don't, because there is no reason for him to be free again.
I just don't need him. Like, I have 3 copies and I haven't used any of them.
God forehead.
Dude
That's
literally was
because
just on a
you're kind of
banner.
insane.
Dude is literally just on a banner with Plumeria, Legendary Dimitri, and I forget, like a month ago, 2 months ago.
I know, but there are very few choices. I don't know. Honestly, when
Yeah.
it comes to these votings, weird heroes get voted in. If you guys go back, if you guys remember A Hero Rises, we've had like very weird heroes who weren't very good, but they made it into like top 20 and some of them even top 8. And you're just like, but why?
Sometimes
You want-
there's a popularity contest for them, but this one is, first of all, it's only top 1, and second of all, it's actually sorted by
Release.
where they are in the catalog.
Yeah.
Not even
so-
by early June, it's
yeah.
where they are in the catalog. So
Okay.
Violet comes
So-
first, Sothis, Rhea, so on.
Okay. So let's go do this right now. Do our first voting.
It's probably best
Yep.
if there is no VG.
Yeah,
God
if you're
would've
smart,
just lost
vote for
round one
Bernadetta.
in Capital.
Well, Winter Bernadetta
Shut-
specifically.
Shut your
But-
dirty mouth. She'll
She's the
eventually
best
get
overall
past
for
round
people.
1. Oh man.
I
Edelgard,
already voted for her.
it's a shame Edelgard's probably going to make at least top 5.
I hate, you're probably right. Brace Edelgard's gonna get very high vote.
Base Edelgard is so bad right now. I mean, she'll get better soon.
She's gonna be fine. She's already decent enough. Slaying auto follow up, but
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
heavily
she gets her
outclassed, but-
Can someone link me her
definitely-
site?
Edelgard would definitely win if it were based on taps, I bet.
Yeah,
Let's
I
go
still
back
think
to this.
Stoutlands Dimitri is pretty solid, but it's sad that he has to ditch his perf
Imagine
to
a
like do
delicate
anything
Candle
resembling
in her refined.
being
Courtly
good.
Candle, yay.
If she did, that actually wouldn't be bad. Because when she has Slay and all doubles, just a bit more stats and ability to take less damage, that'd still be pretty good on her.
It doesn't take much to make base Edelgard pretty good. Same with Dimitri and even Claude. Like, they're all in a good enough position.
Yeah, well, I think Dimitri and Edelgard are in a better one because, or at least a better starting position because Claude's weapon is basically conditional -5 on.
Also,
on
Claude's
stats
not on a
with
horse, I just noticed.
By the way, here's your
no, he's
voting
not.
chat.
Huh.
You can vote here if you guys
That's
haven't
weird.
voted already.
Why is Claude not on a horse and Dimitri is?
He's still posed like he's on a horse.
I'm sorry, that's so freaking funny.
What the fuck
What
is
happened to your
that?
horse? Where'd it go?
It's a mist. It's pulling a
No.
fast one on us.
They couldn't
Oh,
get the
invisible
horse
horse.
into the left side.
Yeah, it's the invisible horse. Because he's still like, you can see how his legs are. It's like he's still in a saddle. And honestly, that could be a really good Claude joke, the invisible horse.
the upside down man with the invisible horse.
See, that's how it was. Why he's a calf this whole time. He didn't actually have a horse. He's just been tricking us into thinking there's a horse there.
The schemer.
Oh, man. Alright. Well, that's hilarious to me. But with that said, chat, this is pretty interesting. They've never done anything like this before. I mean, we only get a Hero Rises every year. To get a second one, gotta admit, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, two free heroes this year, and probably they're both going to be really good because, let's be honest, we're not getting any of the bad ones in this. Really, really nice.
Mm-hmm. Alright. By the way, Vic messaged me, so I think I found my new favorite, and then he sent me a bunch of screenshots of Embla. Embla.
I
Of
feel like
course,
Embla is going to be
Embla's
very popular.
Yes,
Yes.
I agree.
I hope Asker's more popular than previous male candidates like Freyr and
I think he
Dotir.
is going to be.
Oh, he's going to be more popular than someone like Freyr, probably, because he
Dude's
actually, he's going to get.
Dude's
He's
a
not going to
hunk.
get Freyred.
He's a
All right,
hunk.
I gotta ask you. I know some of you guys have been waiting for Sain and Kent, and we don't really know anything about them yet. I mean, we
I've
have
been
the
waiting
stats.
for
I
them.
guess.
Kind of do. We know some of their stats.
You mean like
Right.
character-wise or unit-wise?
Period.
Character-wise,
Just
I just been waiting for them.
Yeah,
we all knew
I've been-
Sain was going to be more important than Kent as far as rarity.
Yeah, because
He's
Sain's
the
the most
first
popular
Green Lance
FP7
unit.
character, not.
All right,
in,
I'm gonna be straight with you guys. I think these two are screwed. There's no chance. I'm sorry.
I-
There's no
I-
chance.
I don't think so. I don't.
Sain
I
has
don't agree at
Kanto
all.
Rem here, so
I-
he at least has that.
Sain
I
is
think-
in a bit of an awkward position just because of Reverica, but so
I
is
think they're
everything.
fodder. I think they're fodder.
Kent is
Uh,
actually
Sain-
really solid. Kent has
Kent-
37 attack and 40 speed as a sword calf.
Yeah, I know what you're
personally
saying.
wouldn't use Sain for fodder. Like, I mean, flow refresh isn't exactly optimal
No, I
for a
know
flow
what-
skill. So
I get
Still
what you're
low.
saying, but I fully expect them to just be straight up fodder. That's all I expect.
I disagree. I think Sain is going to be quite.
I think Sain. I'm not sure, but Sain will be popular for a few people.
I'm not. How are you saying you're disagreeing? I'm not saying he's gonna be bad. I just think he's gonna be foddered. I don't think it matters. I think he's just straight
he will be
foddered.
foddered to some extent,
Oh.
but his skills aren't the
Speed defense
ideal
catch.
of
Does that
anything.
exist yet?
It
no.
doesn't. No.
So
All
yeah,
right.
that's a little awkward.
So 40
Um,
HP, 61 attack. Are we assuming?
Probably
6?
19 might lance.
19 might lights on. All right. That's his speed. How much is it? Is it 38?
It's probably 38. You get
'Cause if it's
speed plus
38
extra in combat.
If it's 38, that's really rough. That's really, really rough in this current meta.
He does have
Possibly.
a lot more
It
defense
depends on
than
what
most
he's
of the
getting
Warriors
out.
cows.
It depends on what his lance is doing to him. We don't really have
Right.
much perspective.
We know he's getting
I-
Kanto from his lance.
Sure. 36 defense and 18 res. At the very least, he's well min-maxed with that super low res stat. But I
Yeah.
highly doubt people can commit to him.
I think some people will. It's
There are going to be
well,
people
I
who
mean,
commit to him.
There's
I mean, I
always
know
going to be
every-
some people.
No, I was gonna say that I know there are always some people. I think maybe a little more than certain other characters, like
At least he has
Q, for
Kanto.
example, because he has Kanto, but he's much more popular than someone like Q. So
Yeah.
he's
I think
pretty
he's just get
popular
foddered.
overall.
All right, we'll see.
The only problem is his fodder's not.
Yeah, his fodder is
path yet.
borderline like meh, not great.
You can't path it yet. Until speed defense catch 3 demotes, it's pretty bad.
It's it's not even great fodder. So
Yeah.
it's more. Doesn't he have a rally plus?
He has rally up
Rally up
attack,
attack.
but
So there
we
you
get
go.
rally pluses from compiles now, so I'm not sure how much that's useful.
Kent
Sure.
will be foddered somewhat. He is allied.
Kent
to
will no
Kent's
matter what be
well.
foddered because
Yeah.
his fodder is amazing.
All right. So Kent, 42 HP, 51 attack, 40 speed, 30 defense, 24 res. Is he the
Really
demo?
good stats. spread,
He is
yes.
the demote, main pool demote, like the 3-4 star.
Okay, I guess we're gonna see the Crimson Shield as allied sword plus reposition, attack speed bond, and what is that again?
Defense
He
snag.
does snag.
Okay.
Main pool. So he already has a pretty promising start with bond and allied sword.
Yeah, both snag and that bond skill were both previously available in the Grail shop, so now they're summonable.
I think
Yep.
Saint's speed is too low. Why does Kent even beat him there?
I'm not
Uh,
sure.
Kent was a tiny bit faster than Sain in FE7. So.
I know, but in the current meta, to release a hero like that with that little speed is just super questionable.
I mean,
don't know,
we'll
I
have to
think
see
we'll have
why
to see what
he
his
has that
weapon
speed.
does. And he's getting
Also,
visible
wait a
buffs
minute.
for his weapon too. So
Does he get speed plus 6? I don't think he can with those 3 units. I think he gets 4. Because like Lynn has burst speed, Florina has Breath of Life, Elliewood has War. Wait, where's he even getting speed from?
I don't
Oh,
know where he's
Lance.
getting speed from, but it's bad because it's even with the buff, it's only 44,
he may have a condition in his
and it's
weapon
not a
that is
debuff,
like-
and it's not. There's no
if-
debuffs involved because you can see it after action. It's
his,
still there.
his speed for his weapon may be based on allies within 3 spaces or something.
He's gonna need it because his speed is really low for a unit like that in
It
2022.
seems like he's going to be getting a lot from his weapon, which is good.
Yeah,
care,
we'll
Pika.
see. If he can make up the gap with his weapon, then he might be good. We'll see.
All right. Well,
But
Kent will be at least good fodder. What is allied sword supposed to do?
attack def
Expected.
plus 4, joint
It's joint
drive.
drive attack defense. It's
Oh.
quite good. It's like allied lance.
It's a
We've-
support sword,
it's-
which is pretty
yeah,
Right,
the
good.
right,
sword-
right. Now I
We've been waiting
remember.
for the
Yeah,
sword
likes it.
version for it. It's
Olivia
Okay.
and
Yes.
Olivia and Sylvia could use this.
Yes, because Olivia's never going to be refined.
Yeah, no kidding. But Kent though is probably, other than Eliwood, are only really good free-to-play sword cav, and maybe Xander. So that's
Right.
Yeah.
and he's a main pool unit, so really solid merge project.
All right.
Yeah, Kent
Perhaps this is
actually
more important. The
This one's
guy
important.
Guy. So 44 HP, 56 attack, 48 speed, 28 defense, 20 res. Vulture Blade Plus. What is that expected to be?
Vulture.
But that could be a
Pledgian
vulture,
effect,
vulture
yeah.
sword, yeah.
Yeah, so
Wait
it's
a
straight
second.
up.
Pledgian? Wow,
It's a
that's so
Pledgian sword.
weird. Pledgian sword. Wow, that's so weird. All right.
But really good. That's a really
It's
good
gonna
sword.
be really good. And his C slot is, wow, we're getting threaded.
Defense threaten.
Run speed
Okay.
defense, I think.
It's pathing. Speed Death Menace.
All
Which
right.
just got added a little while back, so yeah.
When?
We're getting 3 of this guy.
Wait, didn't speed defense menace get?
We got
get
Speed
added?
Res
That's
Menace.
speed
I don't know.
readiness, yeah.
Wait, is
Oh,
it 2 or
okay.
3 that we're getting?
2 guys, or geese rather.
Okay.
2 5-star keys though, so you don't have to feather them.
So his stats are influenced by life and death. So he actually has what 33 defense and 20.
25
I guess-
res.
Yeah, 25 res. I
Yep.
couldn't see the stats there.
And he
Yeah.
has a base 37, 43 offensive spread, which is pretty damn good.
So that's
Like
the
he's
point I
actually.
You got that. That's if you're not gonna make Yenfei,
Yenfei.
Okay.
you could just make Guy then.
Yep,
But
he's actually
the-
faster than Yenfei by 1.
Well, the
Fun
problem I
fact.
see here is that I feel like he's just like the
Hmm.
version of what's his name, Zahark. Like basically like Zahark if he were just in the main pool. Which
Oh yes.
yeah, but
Man.
that the problem with that is just sword options for.
Obviously, there's sword competition, but they're mostly 5-star locks. And if
Yeah,
you're looking for an
it's-
arena project, there's literally 2.
Yeah,
Unless
so
you
it's
want
nice to just get
Zahark.
another one,
I
right?
guess-
Like this
I guess
is
sword infantry is.
It's a summonable 3-4-star sword infantry who's really good as a god sword stat-wise. He's
guess-
actually faster than Yenfei with the same attack.
I would
And
say that it
you
would be
can
harder to
run pretty good
justify
swords.
if he hadn't brought Vulture Blade. I think Vulture Blade is going to be a big difference maker for him.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
I'd still say though, even then, if you're looking for an arena merge project that you can just summon, then Gi is probably one of the best by far. You can
Alright.
save your grails and get a pretty decent good unit out of it. So
with that
really
said, we
nice.
got another interesting unit in Limstella, the Living Construct.
Stella is
he's
genderless,
hot.
so no femboy stuff. It's just literally genderless.
Wait, literally
Like Brandon
genderless.
yep.
Yeah.
Also, let's give a big celebration for
It was canon in
Limstella.
FE7.
Finally
It's
getting
they're not
a
changing
Red Tone
anything
Grand
here.
Hero battle.
Yep.
Although they
Wait.
weren't referred to as they in FE7 or anything. It was-
Non-red
it was
tone
just-
Grand Hero. Yeah,
It's
that's-
actually green. It's nice.
Oh yeah, not red or green or blue. It's a green GHP mage, which is actually I think one of the only ones ever.
And
Okay,
true,
so-
Fimbo Vetter does 15 damage to the closest allies.
So I'm gonna say right now, I'm very interested in. If I say it, I don't want to get canceled.
Them, just say them.
Okay.
Just
I'm really interested in them because Limstella is 41 HP, 56 attack, 23 speed, 32 defense, and 36 res. That is really good min-maxing. It's like Sonya, but possibly way better.
Infinite, almost objectively just better.
yeah, which is funny because in FE7, Limstella is like
Is just Sonya,
is
but better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Limstella. Like that attack stat. Obviously, it's a 17 might tome. There's no slaying, so. But
That-
32, 36 bulk. Whew.
But it's pretty amazing that more Fimbulvetter, the 15 damage to your allies, you can make some really interesting teams with Limstella, especially for like Arena Assault. So a fun
Yep.
unit to play around with at minimum. But that stat spread separates him or them,
Them.
especially because for green mage options, free to play, like how many do we have? Is he going against or them? Is
we are
them
going
going-
against Luthier, Erosion.
Yeah, you got
Bowie.
Luthier.
I was like, what is
Luthier.
happening?
Bowie.
Okay, if you're talking defense tank and green mages, it's just Bowie. Literally,
Oh
it's
my-
just Bowie.
That's it.
That's what
yeah.
I mean. Like this is why
You're-
it's so different. We don't have options straight up.
Nope.
Yeah,
Green
Bowie,
mage
you have to
board.
go max and best and go like all in with flowers, whereas Limstella.
Keep in mind that prior to I think it was Luthier. There might have been one before that, but prior to Luthier, there were no green mage demotes since Bowie.
Yeah, I
So-
believe it was Luthier was the introduction of them. I think it was Luthier. Was Luthier before or after Orochi? I think it was before, right?
Before.
A month
So,
before.
yeah, I believe so.
So
Literally.
in the past year,
a
we
lot.
got 2 green mage options, which we
Yep.
almost never got, and now we get Limstella, so a third. This is great. We now have a grand selection of 4 heroes. That's
Yay.
fantastic.
I'm
Still
so
better
wishes
than
they
Nino.
would be cheaper.
You're forgetting Nino.
No, in terms of defensive capable.
Oh yeah, in terms of
green
defensive
mages.
ones.
Yeah.
Well, Luthier isn't really defensive. You would be talking Robin at that point.
His speed is not great, but I guess
36.
sure. He's kind of iffy.
36 is workable.
Okay, well he's in the in-between point, but that's really what I was looking at. Sure, there's still Nino, Soren, somebody, whatever.
Merrick.
That's really bad.
Merrick actually
Leo,
has.
not Summer Leo, Picnic Leo.
Oh
Merrick
my god,
actually has
Picnic Leo's in the
that.
game. Alright,
Picnic
point
Leo's in
is,
the game.
it's awesome that we get this because they look great and they're gonna be interesting. Now, moving on, however,
Well, all we know is that their tome
Yeah?
inflicts attack res -8 on the foe during that combat. We're not sure, obviously, what it means, but
actually that's
That's
really
a lot.
significant. Yeah.
yeah, they're gonna be really tanky.
That's helping both their defenses, which is pretty nice.
And their damage. Like, no
Wait
follow-up,
a
obviously.
Is Limstella better than like Ileana? There's
Ileana
damage option.
has...
Young.
We don't know
Ileana?
that.
Young.
We don't know that yet.
Almost
But
definitely
know.
not, but
I wouldn't say
Well,
definitely not.
I
mean,
would
no
not say
damage.
definitely not.
Natural bulk is in Limstella's favor because while Ileana does have damage reduction, Limstella has a defense stat.
but does he stop follow-ups?
All right.
Does it matter? Because there's so many ways to get past that.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to talk about my least favorite Ascended hero.
I hate this.
I hate that people
know.
are right.
I know I sound like
You
such
were
a hater.
speculating on this. Legion and I and some other people in Discord.
Okay. All right. Anyways, the point is, I don't care if I sound like a hater because honestly, of all the Blazing Blade characters, really, this feels so bad to me. There's so many deserving characters, but we
It's
get
a few.
Florina.
There's a few.
They could have
More
even
deserving.
done, I don't know, they could have done Corel, which would have been funny.
Corella would have been not in this game.
I guess, but still. They could have even done Carla.
Serena/Lilina.
Yeah, of course.
All right. I don't know anything about her thus far, but just from the character selection, this is my least favorite. I've never had a Ascended hero before where I hate this pick until now. All of them thus far I've been
Same
okay
here.
with. Ishtar was a bit questionable for me once I found out, like, wait, this doesn't really make any sense, but I understand why you put her here because she has big boobas and people are going to at least enjoy that. And it was a pretty
And
different kind of different
She is
enough
canon.
Ascended hero. Sure.
she is still canon, so it is
Yes.
an interesting perspective.
Okay, but
This
this doesn't
Florina,
happen
I
at
don't
all.
know.
There's no
Wow.
such thing as an Archer Florina.
It could have happened, but we didn't see it.
They probably would have done Nino had a Nino already not had a main pool alt.
Yeah, Nino kind of got a fake ascended unit.
Oh,
Awkward.
God.
I don't know what they were doing, but Chad, this is a real thing. So, do we need more flying archers? That's the second question. We
Well,
don't
we've
have a
got
lot of
Brave Claude
options.
Refine coming up, so.
Do we need colorless flying archers? Because that's... I will say, I'm looking
Whatever.
at Florina from the greater meta perspective, and I'm not sure where she's going to fit yet.
Doesn't she have finally speed defense far trace?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. That's pretty
Oh, yeah.
big.
She's probably gonna be fodder to
Oh, she's gonna be fodder at a decent amount. That Kanto is not very common in the pool to begin with.
My country deserves. Ascended Ishtar equals I want to use my full power to help my people and beloved. Ascended
Yep.
Florina equals I just want to be like Lynn.
Exactly. This feels like the most empty Ascended hero pick ever. I mean, we don't have that
So
many,
lame.
but it feels like the most empty pick ever.
I know there are a lot of
that's how I
Florina
feel.
fans. I know there are a lot of Florina fans, and for those people, they might be rejoicing. This is not as necessary.
Yeah, okay, so really quickly, 39 HP, 51 attack, 43 speed, 22 defense, 31 res. New height bow, moon bow, attack speed push 4. Oh my god. Yes, of course. Be more generic. Why don't you? Hey, at least she's a good fodder. That trace is speed defense.
Yeah, it's the offensive far trace for archer flyers.
If only I could have gotten that from my Python forma.
Yep, and then joint drive speed. So she's good fodder at least, but...
Yeah, you can take both push and joint drive, or any two of push, joint drive, or cat far trace. It's really nice.
Alright. So the other thing we should take from her, she's effective against beast foes, but... no, that's a flying beast. We don't know then.
That is a flyer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Dual Lin can use that far. I wouldn't use far trace on Lin, but you could, and there's no reason not to.
I think Dual Lin prefers disarm trap, to be honest.
Or wind sweep.
Or wind sweep.
But for other purposes, you could do wind sweep
of course.
or far trace. Yeah.
All right, so I'll just be quick about this. I think you can fodder her really well, but that 51 attack is really ridiculous. What's her base attack then?
37.
It's not bad. Put it this way. Let not the attack speak for itself when it comes to the unit's full potential. Because this kind of class can be very volatile in the meta, if left unchecked.
So
It all
plus
depends
13
on her
attack,
weapon, basically.
plus 17 speed. So we
She gets
know she has
attack
attack
speed
speed push. So attack speed plus 6.
Yep. She has attack speed 6 on a slaying bow. That's all we know so far.
I can't even tell you how like not excited I am for this. There's like
I'm not.
I just don't care.
I'm the opposite of excited. Like, I'm actively turned off by this.
She could be genuinely... Okay.
You're actively
Okay.
turned off by this. I see. So it's
I
not
didn't mean
flaccid,
that.
it's inverted.
I didn't mean that in a sexual context, but you can take that as you will.
You could not have possibly made that easier to misconstrue.
Yeah, I mean, you made it that way. Well, I wish you luck in finding it later tonight. All right, well, that said, Chad,
Thank you so much.
I hate this. All right, please just surrender. I
Yeah.
get that. I get they don't want to do like Ascendant Hector or like Lynn or Ellie,
They can't.
but
They're not going to make Ascendants of Legendaries. It's not happening.
sure. But it's not as if there was no other character. The really okay. I know I'm a big Nino fan, so I didn't want to mention Nino because that's
Also just-
bias. But you could have done Nino, and it's very clear that Nino's really well liked.
Jafar.
I wouldn't have liked...
Jafar would have been more realistic than Nino.
Some people were thinking Matthew.
Matthew
Actually,
is
Jafar is
also-
deserving because he only has one alt, and he sucks.
Yeah.
Matthew would also be a really deserving one.
Matthew
Even though
would
Matthew
because-
wouldn't really.
Well,
Ninian would be a
Ninian
legendary.
would have been nice,
She'd be
but
a
we already
legendary.
have fallen Ninian right now, so
I think
Matthew.
Ninian will be a legendary hero, not an ascendant.
Honestly, I would have loved Matthew because he'd be the only ascendant hero that's kind of a goofball. The
Also
Joshua
not
we
very-
get now seems way too serious.
he has his
Matthew-
moments, but yeah.
yeah, I don't know if Matthew would probably be a little more serious, but he wouldn't be. Yeah, he'd be a little less, prim and proper than Joshua is.
And it's Sarah, dear
I
God.
would take Ascendant Sarah over Ascendant Florina.
I
I'm
would.
sorry, that's just I would do it. I want to
be
see
so
that
funny.
madness.
Poor Urk.
Oh man, yeah,
Ascendant Sarah, effective damage against red mages.
everyone checks their barracks and they're like, I can't find my Urk, and then there's an announcement: Urk has left the game.
Not even like deleted. Oh, he just straight up left.
He left.
Urk has left.
Oh,
of his own
I would
accord.
love
He
that.
Decided Feh was too much for him.
It's not the universe he wants to be in. All right. But yeah, enough about that. Florina's I really feel like they messed up because the free stuff and the free stuff and the Senate hero, the ore part of the free stuff, everything else is fine actually, and the Senate hero is what they really was really iffy with me through this. But at least midway point means Letizia is coming out. Now the one thing that's really getting to me is that people are saying she is not even a mythic. She's just straight up a normal hero.
She's a unit.
Oh my god, why?
Is she ascended or not?
No.
No, she's just a normal hero.
So
I mean, she could
yeah,
be
so-
ascended, but probably not.
Well,
she's on the
some
same
people
banner.
in chat were saying that she's ascended.
She's probably gonna niffle moose spell.
Wait, if she was ascended, this banner would literally have 2 ascended heroes on it. You guys realize
It
that,
would.
right?
Yeah, I
She's
don't.
not- that's
I
probably
think
not
that
right.
would be ridiculous. Yeah.
She's
Yeah, I
always
think
looking
she's
like a
got-
normal hero.
She's probably niffle moose spelled, which is weird.
All right. Well, that said, we've done this already, and we've talked about her in the past. who is Letizia? She's basically the same idea as Harmonic Leaf, or not Harmonic, Dual Leaf. Sorry,
Dual Leaf.
Leaf, whatever. It's same idea essentially. Same kind of min-maxing. Yeah,
A lot
a
more
really
strong
strong.
than he is.
Sure.
Yeah, no speed.
Very strong unit. So I think at the very least, if you pull one of these Letizias, you're gonna be happy about it. And she's really good fodder because that's attack res catch,
Rouse
Attack-
attack res 4.
rouse attack res 4, and attack res push. Sorry, trace. That's really good.
That's really good fodder. It's a
Yes.
little hard to manage it sometimes. Wow, because not a lot of units want all that, but it's still amazing fodder. And honestly, you could just put it on anybody. Mage.
And that is 35 defense and 34 res, right?
Yes. Yeah, 34 res. So she is insanely bulky. And keep in mind, for those who forgot what Crimp does, it's attack +6, attack -6 on foe, guaranteed follow-up, and then up to -9 attack, def, speed, res penalties. I hate the way I said that. On foe, based on a bunch of conditions. Ally within 3 spaces, foe within 2 spaces of target, bonus on unit, penalty on foe.
Yeah.
Any
They're pretty easy
combination.
conditions generally to get.
Yeah,
to
so you
a
can
three.
get up to 15 def res and attack, as well as 9 speed from corpse, as well as
also-
follow up and
Fact,
What?
a lesser important fact, but since Letizia is not a mythic or legendary, she can show up in the Legion's battles pretty commonly too, because she's a hero's unit.
God
Oh.
damn it, I hate you.
Why would you mention this? We're trying to celebrate how good of a hero she is and people should pull for it. And now you're like, well, this is why you should hate having her in the game.
Mhm.
All right. Well, you're not going to like fighting her. She's going to destroy things. She's basically a tank because her defense and res is so high thanks to her weapon in A slot and B slot and her C slot. So you're not going to have fun attacking her. And you're not going to have fun taking her hits because she hits really, really hard as well. This is a really good hero.
Roughly 94 attack if everything's active on her. 94
94.
attack. And that's not even
How-
getting into her bulk.
I have no idea why Feh has this fetish for making like these like mature women characters who have like next to no armor, just have like a ton of attack, defense, and res, and no speed.
Well, part-time, sometimes the no speed is, they're supposed to have everything, but since that BST is not allowed, they just give them follow-up.
No, I know, but it's just the irony of it is sometimes amusing to me.
No, you never hit a woman with eyeliner.
Exactly.
Well, you should never hit a woman, but if you hit a woman with eyeliner and she cries, it's so
Only get
bad.
attack, defense, patch 4, and fatal smoke from sea
Oh,
goblins.
man.
James, want to tell us about a personal experience?
I've seen girls with eyeliner cry. It's the scariest thing. It's like cursed. It smudges, it gets everywhere, and they look evil. And you can't feel bad about them anymore because you're just laughing at how bad it looks. I'm sorry.
Wow, that's callous.
Anyways, maybe it's the eyeliner. I don't know. She's really good. Pull for her. Actually,
Yeah.
maybe don't pull for her. But I can't believe she's a normal hero, which means if you just pull any random green orb, you're gonna get her.
Yeah, you could just casually get her. You won't get any floret out of it or anything, but you'll just get her.
I would like to get her.
This
I will
character
say
makes
it's
no
like a
sense.
menace. This is like a tree levels of annoying in some ways. No flying, no flat canto, but geez, this is going to be toxic.
They
It's funny
can't
'cause
even
I think
put
she's
Bruno
stronger
there.
than-
They have to use Spring Bruno.
We don't know what Florina is, but I know, like, it's the devil you know and the devil you don't know, and you ride to the devil you know. I think Letizia
True.
might be the better unit here.
Maybe. If Florina could literally get an effect that would just make her, like, for example,
Listen.
if she got triangle attack, dear God.
Listen. I also want to point out one last thing about this. Do you guys remember every time we get a banner with a Senate hero, it's like a Senate Ishtar and more, right? Or a Senate Ishtar and new heroes, for example, right?
Yep.
No mention of Florina. It's just book 6 midpoint. Letizia.
It's so weird. They literally sidelined the Ascended unit for once.
Which is
Yep.
strange.
So,
It's literally just like
confirmed.
an ascended midpoint unit and then Kent and Sain, like the classic Cav duo.
This is
That's
such
it.
a weird banner.
Such a
But
weird
honestly,
banner.
it feels like even IS didn't care about Florina, like with this
Yeah.
tiling.
Literally. I
Oh,
will say
man.
this though. I know we didn't ask this at first. I pretty much predicted all of this a few days ago. Except for Florina and Letizia being on the banner at the same time.
So
Huh.
you predicted half of it.
Well, I predicted all the units. I just didn't get the right permutation because everybody was there. Go figure.
Mm-hmm. All right.
But-
Well, how many guys are gonna pull for this banner?
Nope. I'll
Maybe.
free summon it.
I don't know. I'm
Maybe.
not sure yet.
I have a Winter Mirror Billy Spark to do later this month.
I'm still pulling for Byleth until the end of his banner. We'll see from there.
And her death would still be fine.
No. Oh wait. Wait. Why? Huh.
Oh no!
Actually,
Why
that's
would you
fine.
still water?
But I don't know why you would do that. Yeah, it's
There's not really any
I,
purpose. Just use catch.
I
She
just
doesn't
rather
need
use
visible
catch.
stats. She doesn't need visible stats.
I don't think she should lose the defense either.
Oh, no. Her defense is at the point where it just needs to go up.
Didn't get an ascended on the book 6 banner.
Yes. Yes, it does.
I mean, I honestly don't care from the
I'm
respect
so
that
confused of what makes
Ash
a
is a
Senate
mythic.
hero anymore. Like,
It's
old
supposed
story,
to
or
be, yeah, post
like
story
a
or
major
like,
character development.
yeah,
it feels
character
weird.
arc.
Yeah, I guess. I guess it's not clear anymore. I guess it's story wise what gets associated with being a Senate hero or not.
Basically.
Then again, they made Florina a Senate hero, so what does that make sense of?
Since Ishtar, they've been just kind of winging it, doing whatever.
That
I'd
feels
say
more
Florina
right.
is the really big example of winging it. Ishtar, at least, is something that happens in that game.
But
This
Ishtar
Florina is nothing.
doesn't really. But Ishtar isn't really taken from a different time period than her regular.
Well,
self
no, but at
necessarily.
least it's something that we know and isn't literally just being made up with
Well,
no.
Oh my
yes,
God.
that- at least
Yeah.
there's that.
Is this unequivocally no? I literally do not see one person say they will pull outside of I need fodder. That's all I saw. Nobody wants this banner?
I might. It literally will just depend on how my Violet summons go.
I've never seen it so one-sided. I hope IS realized they screwed up by picking Florina. Okay, sure. Alright, now. This is why I gave it a 6 out of 10. Because they always do want to mention new game mode, but this is the most half-assed game mode I've ever seen. I'm sorry.
I think this could be kind of fun. Though.
No, I think it's good. It's a good change for people.
Isn't
wanna
it
have more
just
fun.
ether raids with less restrictions?
Yes.
It's so people can have more fun. Yeah,
Which I think is honestly fine.
yeah, it's a good change.
It's fun raids.
You do
I'm
realize this is
okay.
probably our new game mode of the year. Like, there's nothing else this year. I think this is it.
Game mode for the next, 6 months, maybe.
Yeah, so the rest of this year.
I mean, after also just getting all the Summoner Duels modes,
It's fine because
I'll take it over
obviously
getting
Yeah, like Summer Duel's more
Frontline
competitive.
Phalanx.
This is like more of a fun
Yeah,
change.
it's better than
for people.
Frontline Phalanx.
Like for people who
Alright.
want to have fun, this is a great change.
So, I don't know. I feel like if you didn't like ether raids before, this is not changing your mind.
If you didn't like the Mythics part of Ether Raids, then this might be a difference maker.
Yeah.
Okay, if there's that asterisk, then perhaps they will enjoy it. But the idea of this being chaos, quote-unquote chaos mode, and it's just, you can use whatever you want, basically, is so... Like, the bonus hero,
I'm cool with it.
basically, they have, like, 100
Since
bonus
there is
heroes.
a mythic bonus, you don't
Yep.
need to run mythics, meaning more room on teams for cancer units.
Basically, just don't expect to win on defense because you can use literally anything.
Yeah, you're heavily skewed in favor of offense with this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the big thing is the meta is going to be in full force with this. You're going to see a lot of what this meta really has to offer with Ether Raids, rather
So-
than being quote-unquote shackled by Mythics and what they force a comp into.
My take is, most likely, people are just running the same team for both seasons now. If there is even a both
It's
seasons.
one. It seems like it's going to be one season, and
All right.
more likely than not, once per month.
Once per... Okay. Well, the way I see it is most likely it's going to be that same team being ran for this because it's going to be their best team they can offer.
Well, best
I
5 potentially.
Sure. I mean the same teams throughout.
Yes.
You're just going to run it because there's no point in changing it. Sure, you can run what more heroes you want, but when they're going to run a... Like, bonus... If, for me, for example, in this example, if it's Peony as their bonus hero, that's going to just be my bonus hero. And then whatever Gen 1 hero else, I'll just put somebody in, and that's it. Like, it's basically going to be, for me, for the most part, treat the same thing as Ether Raids. Just the bonus hero's different. That's it.
Also, no mythic stats, which does have heavy influence in like tanking strats, for example, versus offensive strats.
Wait,
Having
then how's that?
13 to 20 less HP is going to be a significant influence.
Doesn't that benefit defensive teams more than?
In a way, yeah.
It can,
mean, if you
but
can
it's
Gale
just
Force-
a lot more random, technically. Like for
If you can
defenses,
Gale Force well,
you can't really
yeah.
plan for something to happen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see. It's for me. It's gonna just treat it like Ether Raids, and I highly
yeah,
doubt
probably-
it's gonna cause difficulties.
It's basically
I
just
don't
not
tank
an
anyways.
opportunity to use heroes you like that aren't necessarily the greatest for this mode normally.
Oh boy.
Remove the need to run.
Whoa! It depends. Like this first release version 1, outside of these heroes that you see on the screen right now. My goodness, do you see these guys? I think someone's gonna run Reinhardt. That's about it. Or
Yeah,
Lim again, I guess.
They can just run a book one dancer, technically.
Yeah, they'll probably just run a book 1 dancer or something.
People
This,
could literally
I'm
with
going to be
this
using my
bonus
Zephyr
season-
again.
And if you
Just
have a
those-
really good book one unit, you can exemplify them because they'll get bonus stats.
I think the
So-
second
True,
season is
but-
where people are gonna get sad. All the stupid vectors are invincible.
I feel like it's more likely that a lot of people in this first season will just run peony and then like a team
Kinda
invest.
funny that
Yep.
Basically.
units that
There won't be any
have the
Basically.
worst
mythic buffs,
bonus
so
in any mode
thankfully
ever
Hector
as a
will
result
be
of
able to
this
die in that
included
way
base
because he would have
Hector-
that.
Well, the hardy vectors are supposed to not even use their HP. They're supposed to just straight up use damage reduction. So it might not go well. But
But Hardy Vector isn't as common in Ether Raids
No.
offense as
no, the
one would
average
think.
super tank vector included will be whittled down faster.
Wait, Ether Raid's
because of
offense?
that.
I see them in Ether Raid's offense. What are you
Infantry
talking
No, I
pulse
see- I
teams
see
No,
also.
them.
hardy
They're not-
vectors.
Hardy Vector is not. Yeah,
They're not
as
that common.
Infantry pulse teams will be a lot better too on defense now because there's no like mythic disadvantage. So
Yeah.
it's like they can actually use like infantry pulse decently.
Or like
Other
the Fury-based Gale Force comps, or you just
Oh,
chip
that's
yourself into range.
Mhm.
You can chip yourself much quicker into range because you're like 15 HP down. So certain strats like that are also going to open up a lot more with Wings of
Yeah.
Mercy.
I think it's a
Alright.
pretty good change.
It definitely. There are some strategies I know that some people wanted to do, and some strategies that people just can't beat. That this mode will open up and close, which I think
Like
is
Nims,
interesting.
when it's a book 3 bonus, you can finally prove so this is potentially good.
In offense, even if you wanted
Potentially good. She is good. You can shove it, Gunter, man.
to. Hey, so this gets her a remix in a couple months, I think.
Yeah.
It's like
September.
6 months, I think.
Yeah, it's
No, I
not
believe
quite.
that. I actually don't think it's that long because if I remember correctly, there's 3 months straight of remixes.
Oh, by the way, this cracked me up. This is the worst example I've ever seen.
Faye is literally just simping book one's Choose Your Legends,
Plus
Mhm.
Black Knight.
which
They're
is also
all-
book one
Have
Choose Your
Black
Legends.
Knight lose to Zephyr.
They're all neutral too, and all
Black
base.
Knight did not lose. He's living.
Well, I don't see him killing anything, so that's a loss.
I don't even know how he got the Black Knight. How fake the Black Knight all the way
Wait,
up
how
there?
did he get all the way up there? There are no positional skills in there.
Yeah, I don't know how.
He just walked.
What?
Is this the final turn or something?
How did you
They
get
missed
there?
an ether structure too, so she's failed. Black
Oh
Knight's
yeah,
a
she also
flop.
just. Wow. What?
Evan is just jealous that the Black Knight is actually a good save unit, unlike Zephyr.
Oh man,
I'm not lying.
whatever.
You're hoping, you're not lying.
This will be something to try out, guys. Charina, thank you so much for a follow. Welcome.
I
Also,
thought
I'm
you said
sorry.
Sharina for a second there. Like,
Yeah.
Oh.
Sharena.
It was CH. All right, the last thing I wanted to mention. This cracked me up. Even the beta test server, they can't be first. 90 people ahead. How? Who are those 90 people?
You know, some devs are on the daily grind.
they can get all the rewards because they're in the top 100 every
They're
time.
they're flexing between themselves.
Hey Kaze, alright. Anyways, just to sum it up, I guess this will be fun for some people. I have almost no feelings towards this. I'm just gonna treat it like normal Ether Raids. I will try something like the Infantry Pulse team. That's probably what like fancies me the most. But I guess for some people this will be a big deal. I would say the bigger deal is this middle map.
That middle map is gonna
That
be
middle map is
huge
so
changer.
good.
That middle map is
Even-
insane.
Even the one on the right is solid.
The one on the right's going to be interesting to see some people try because that literally just means calves just no.
Yeah, even
Yes.
Yuri's kind of blocked.
Oh yeah, Yuri's kind of blocked. You're right.
Hmm.
All right, but the one in the middle is basically what we wanted from the Light Elf map that we got before with the 2 little side rivers. But then I think everybody realized the side rivers weren't doing much of anything.
Nope.
This
is way better.
Now, of course, you can still leak on the right or left, depending on where you put the fort, but it literally makes a forced funnel.
Our next batch begins. Julia is in September, Ellwood in November, and Altina in January.
Naturally, Feh would be using a duo's hindrance without a duo on that hell map. And on the Neathlier map.
Wow, Sigma Sensei, thanks.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
what
but I'm looking forward to these
I thought.
maps. So I'm gonna switch over to the middle map. That's probably the biggest impact from this.
Yeah.
For Cavline, you've just gotten even more ridiculous. To a certain degree,
really?
because they're all being funneled in the middle.
Jotunheimer map.
Honestly, a lot of comps just benefit from the Jotunheimer map because it's so
Yeah, you
hard
know
to
what?
get around.
Yeah, I think my... Yeah, actually, I don't think my Cavline team will use this. I think my other team will use this. Because funneling them into saver units is going to be way better.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I might make that switch to use my saviors on that map. I don't know yet. There's literally only 2 walls.
These maps are missing that book.
Wait,
Well, the Famer didn't... I'm not sure... No, Famer has a map already. It's not featured here, but Famer got a map from last time we got mapped.
Yeah, we got both for Famer and Famer.
Oh yeah, right, and we also got a Famer. That was the bridge map. Yeah, no, they're both in here. In fact, if anything, they skipped book 3 for some reason.
oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, the team they deployed will lose all 3 of these battles. Actually, maybe the first one they can win, but the others, no.
Well, actually, if that hell had Mystic Boost, she wouldn't. Then, depending on the circumstances, there would be almost no chance for them to win.
By the way, it cracks me up they deployed the anti-dual skills, harmonic skills structure, and none of them are activated.
And they all just shattered. Faye really knows what she's doing.
Oh, man.
It's a running joke that Phoenix is like the competitive
Actually.
one, and Faye is like the joke.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. These
By
Ether
the way-
Resort strings are really nice too.
I like the Ether Resorts for the second and third one, but I question who in the world would actually want to do the first one. It's just like, hey, of all the
Very-
places you can stay
I
in
actually
hell.
want to try it.
I might
wanna
actually do that
put
one.
I want to put all the units I hate there.
Wow,
It'd be a very-
that's a torture chamber, yeah.
You realize that that one's actually going to be popular for people who want to put, dead people there. Or people that they want dead.
It's the legendary Sigurd.
Ah. I would put Alfonse in there with like all the people he got killed.
Or you could just put Alfonse in there with a bunch of hells.
I'll put Regan
I
there
don't
with
have a single
Note
one.
and show her what she did.
Well, I mean, hypothetically,
I'll just
one-
unmerge my 7
I
hells
see.
and have them all stand
leave
around
it.
Alphonse.
Yeah, there you go. Or have them all stand around Gustav. You could do that for fun.
Oh man.
Also true.
Or have Sharena with Alphonse there, so she has to kill him again. Or actually,
No,
how
no.
was Sharena? That's not how it went. I forgot.
Classic Evan.
Wait a
Sorry, I
second.
didn't play during book 3.
Chat,
What's that?
do you guys notice that? You guys notice
What?
that?
What?
That Regan on the right? Is she trapped? She's trapped, no?
She is trapped. What you doing over there?
How did she get in there? What the? Who designed this?
Hey,
He deserves to be trapped.
Faye, what are you doing?
Regan's in jail. Okay, that's
Why is-
seems
As
fine.
she should be. War
Yeah.
criminal.
War criminal. This is the
You
Fafnir
can't
arc.
kill the Queen of Jotunheimer or Ascending Queen and just get away with it.
Right,
No, it's
she
because
should be in
Fafnir
jail.
won. That's why he's outside the walls.
All right,
I like how
chat. It's
Loki
been fun
possessed Faye.
going over this Feh channel, but yeah, this is probably our only Feh channel until Brave Heroes.
August,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Not that there
that's
really
it.
should be. Unless there's
Yeah, well,
one
it's-
for like...
It's only a couple months away, so yeah.
There's only like
Yeah.
2 to. That sucks. That's like 3 Feh channels a year.
There's going to be one at the end of the book too, so that's 4.
Or all right. Nah, they,
Yeah,
they
end of the
use-
book. Yeah.
They need to
Next
do more.
So that'd be an average
Look,
of one every 3 months.
This is
Even
not
if I
much you
found this
can
pretty
do.
average, I think this was pretty fun. Like I enjoyed it, even if it ended up being average.
they basically just put like the standard midpoint stuff they usually do just in the Feh Channel, so it's fine.
Yep.
She may as well be dead with how relevant
Yeah, that's
she
more
is
the way
this
to look
point
at
of
it.
habit.
Yeah, they don't even feature.
I mean, there
anymore.
could be 2 Feh channels in this one in the summer because last year there were 2 Feh channels, one for like the middle of
Wow.
summer, one for Choose Your Legends.
Wait a second, did you see that? He friggin' winks at her, and she's
Oh, yeah.
like, you see her expression? She's so sick of his shit.
I
And
love
just
that.
drops
During
ass
Embla.
instead.
There's already been a reaction image, like a,
Oh, man.
a Drake meme of Embla. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh yeah.
Alright, sure, show me.
I could tell Askr is going to be a fun personality.
What the heck? Of course, the god of our realm is some giant goofball.
I like
Him,
that.
this is a himbo.
He's a trickster, or not a trickster, but a jokester. I guess.
He literally
Flamboyant.
walks out. He walks out with a T-pose and then winks. I hate him. Oh.
Sounds like he could be kind of fun though. If everyone's like, "Oh, my esteemed Askr," and he's like, "Hey,
It's a
how you
good
doing, everyone? It's good to see you."
it's a good opposition to Ash's seriousness.
Ash
Yeah,
is
he
not
could very well
serious.
be laid back.
Yes, she
No,
is.
Ash is a very serious
Can't
person.
wait for Askr to get the Fire
She's like insanely literal.
She's literal, but I don't think she's seriously literal. Wait, that makes no
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Wait,
she's
that makes no
serious
sense.
and literal.
She's yes.
Ugh, whatever. Anyways, that's your Feh channel. Oh man, what a... I hope in one of these Feh channels, Alfonse dies.
I mean,
Wait,
he did.
kind
in
of
book
did.
3.
We got-
I wanna
we
see
got
that
the
again.
plot early.
Book 3.